easy go.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video from Reef Drama. Today I'm going to show you my idea of replicating some power to the tank during a power cut. Now in England we don't really tend to get very many power cuts. We're pretty lucky here, I guess, but obviously other parts of the world power cuts can be fairly frequent, and you may have to go out and sort of spend a couple of £300, couple of $300, whatever, on a generator. Now here I don't want to spend that much money on a generator. It's not really a necessity. Most of the time it would just sit in the garage and it wouldn't actually do anything at all. So what I've bought is a DC inverter which will plug into the cigarette lighter socket of my van, and I will run off of that a heater, 200 watt heater, and also a power head, and that's pretty much all I need just to keep the reef running, the fish safe, and prevent obviously any deaths and whatever else. So one power head, one heater, that's all I would need. So what I'm going to do is take you outside now and show you the inverter and how I've got it set up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just going to walk out to the garage. Just going to go see past the van, and I will take you to, well, this is the saltwater mixing station, as you probably already have seen from my other videos. And what I've got set up here is I've got an extension cable, and we've got two plugs. One, well, they both, but the first one, which is this one here, as you can see, runs all the way along, and it will go into this brute trash bin where I've just got some RO water. The other one, exactly the same, and that goes down. So I've got one heater in there and one power head. And what we're going to do now is I'll take you round and I will show you what we've got in the van. Now, it's not on a very long cable at the moment, but I will have to extend that, and I will run it from the cigarette lighter socket, which is just here. As you can see, the length of the cable, it's pretty poor, but I want to run it through to the back and then have the actual inverter mounted in the back somewhere nice and safe. So let's go ahead and get the extension cable, plug it in, and show you all operating. So let's grab this plug here. Hopefully this will feed out well enough, and then we'll bring it round and we will just plug it into here like so. There we go, that's plugged in. And I'll start the van up, and then we've got on the other side of here, we actually got the on and off switch, which, as you can see at the moment, is off. We got another outlet there, two on the front, and we've also got 4 USB ports as well. I won't need all of that much. As I say, I'm just literally going to run this power extension cable. So let's go ahead and start the van up, and then I'll take you around to the brute trash bin where you will see the power head and the heater operating. Let's turn it on. Sorry about the noise, but diesel van and all. Now, I will explain about this DC inverter in a bit more detail in a moment, but we've got a couple of digital displays there which is showing the input and the output. Hopefully you can see that without the light. So let's go round. And as you can see, in the bin, everything's still connected to this extension cable, which obviously would be in the house, but this is just to show you what's going on now. You can clearly see that that pump is running, and also the light is on the heater as well, so that's heating that up. So 200 watt heater and a power head or pump, return pump, can't even remember exactly what it is. Here we go, high door, 1200 litres per hour. So that's what's running in there. and that's just straight off of that DC inverter. Now obviously you're going to have your car or your van or whatever ticking over outside while you have the power cut, but I think you know, that's a small price to pay. A little bit of diesel or petrol, no issues at all. I guess luckily here I am all gated in, so I'm pretty sure we'll be good to go. Right, okay, so back indoors now, back in the quiet. So as I say, just a little quick update around this DC inverter. This one is rated for 2000 watts. It has a peak power of 5000 watts. And it also has, as you saw on the one end, no, not that end, on the other end, we've also got the cooling fan as well. It has some built-in protection. So we've got a short circuit protection, there's an overload, overheat, and low voltage and high voltage. So I think it will do a good enough job for the short period, hopefully, that potentially we will have a power cut. It will be mounted in the van. That will be permanent, and the extension cable will just be indoors along with a spare heater and a spare power head. So at a moment's notice, I can just go out, plug it all in, and at least keep the tank running and safe. You'll also notice as well on there, I think I mentioned it before, we got the two digital displays, which is your DC 12 volt input. That's the one on the left, I think it was, and the one on the right is the AC 220 volt out. So you've got that, that's always kind of showing you what's going in and what's going out. I think it should be good, but we'll see. I'm waiting for a power cut now. Obviously you don't want to force one along, but at least I've got some backup ready to go at a moment's notice. And I think that's what it's all about. You know, be prepared, even if it's something that's not necessarily going to happen that often. But that's it. 12 volt DC inverter. That's my way of sorting out a little bit of power into the tank in case of any power cuts. As always, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.